Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be unboxing and testing this Holbein acrylic gouache set sponsored by Yan Draws. No, I'm just kidding. This was a very thoughtful gift from Yan and I'm so excited to try it out. Please do check out her channel. She has amazing art. And so anyway, into this right now, I'm actually very excited to test this. So that leaflet was in Japanese and I can't read Japanese, so we're gonna just put that aside. So this is acrylic gouache, which I've never tried before. I've only tried either gouache or acrylics itself, so I'm quite intrigued as to what difference this will be. My previous gouache set was from Miyahimi and it was in those little watercolor containers. So I never actually tried a gouache set from a tube before. So I'm also kind of curious to see like how would the texture be. Is this going to be matte or is this going to be a little bit more like acrylics, which is a bit satiny? So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so this isn't a tutorial. I'm just going to be testing it out. I know that the swatching process can be useful, but for me, I just like to dive in head first and then I can just figure out the colors as I go along. I'm actually not as confident in gouache as I am with acrylics, so I'm going to be testing it on half the sketchbook just to see how it goes first. So I'm trying it on with kind of just like a little urban scape to see how it goes. So the first thing when I try it is like I'm gonna try to get like a turquoisey color. I've actually kind of forgotten how to mix it up because I'm just so spoiled with ready colors, so this was a very nice refresher. So my first impression when I was mixing the paint and applying the first layer of paint was that, wow, the feels so smooth and the colors are just so rich. In my previous videos, you can just see that I like to start my first layer by just kind of like a very watery thin layer, almost translucent, just to map out the colors. But for this, even that when I apply the paint, even with the same amount of water that I use, it comes out very opaque already. And I actually really like that. It means that the pigments are so strong in this, but I just have to learn how to control it a little bit better. So this is a very small painting, but a colorful one. I'm trying to fit in as many colors as I can into this, so I'm able to test out all the tubes at once. And from what I observed, all the colors are beautiful, from the light tones to the dark tones, the warm to the cool tones. I love the greens, the blues, the purple, which are my favorite colors, and also the warm tones like the orange and red are really striking as well. Now I'm gonna go over with the second layer because this is how I usually paint. I go with one layer first and then I paint the second layer properly on top. But my problem with gouache and why I don't really use it that often is because it reactivates very easily with water, and my Miyahimi set takes quite a while to dry, and when I try to go and paint the second layer over it, the color seems to muddy a little. But I don't seem to have the same issue with this. It feels very easy to control, like acrylics, which is what I'm used to, but it also has the mattness of gouache, which is lovely for illustrations, by the way. So I think this is what they mean by acrylic gouache. It has the same kind of vibrancy and it's easy to control just like the acrylics, but it also has that beautiful matte finish like gouache. So this is really like the best of both worlds. So I'm finishing the side of the painting off with a little bit of fine details, and even by just picking up the paint from the tip of the brush, like the colors are so rich. That's all I can say. It's so rich and it's just so opaque. Well, I really had fun painting with this, so I'm actually going to try and paint the second side of the sketchbook with this set of gouache. Now the second painting on the right side of the sketchbook is going to be a little bit different, so I'm going to try and put it to the test because this side requires a lot more blending and a lot of more mashing up of colors to create a more kind of rainy, gloomy look, which is something that I actually like to paint. So remember earlier I was saying that I like my first layer to just be kind of a little bit rough, loose and transparent, but I couldn't do that with the first painting because I underestimated how rich the paints were. So this time I added a lot more water so I could get my rough first layer just to see how it looks. And by doing it this way, I feel like I'm able to layer the painting much easier. Like for example, I want to have a gray tint mixed with all the other colors, mixed with the orange and the green, so it has a more gloomy dark feel to it. And I'm able to do this so effortlessly because the paints just blend so well together. It doesn't muddy, like you're still able to retain the essence of the original color, but you're also able to add in this other layer of color that you want to do so. So I actually really like this set so far. I have no complaints with it at all. My only concern now is that I don't think I can go back to my Miyahime gouache sets anymore. So I think this is on the more premium end. The Miyahime is much more beginner friendly and also budget friendly. So I used to think that materials don't really matter, that if you have the skills then you'd be able to kind of paint anything, and I was never really talented at anything. Maybe it's just slight potential, but I wouldn't say I'm a prodigy. So I was thinking that okay, maybe art supplies may not matter. But now looking back, when you try really good paints, it's so hard to go back to basic paints. The difference is just so stark, and I feel that it adds another level to your paintings. So the problem with flying first class is that you can never go back to economy. But anyway, I really love this set, and I think that for anyone who likes maybe like sketchbook stuff, you should totally try this Holbein acrylic gouache set. Like I said, it has the vibrancy of acrylics, and it also I think I can control it just like acrylics, but it has this beautiful matte finish of gouache, which I really like. So these are just perfect for sketchbook illustrations. Anyway, this painting is done. They're not really great paintings, but because I'm still kind of like trying to get used to it, but I'm definitely gonna be using this a lot more for my sketchbook series. Anyway, I hope you find this review useful. I'll try to do a more comprehensive one after like researching on how to do it properly. But anyway, I hope you like this review and these paintings, and please, if you can, go and grab this acrylic gouache set. You will not regret it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.